Police and military brutality of civilians is not new. In fact, there are a ton of recent examples, some of which have gone cold. But in a country where there are laws that protect the citizens and regulate behavior, it is surprising that individuals and families continue to suffer at the hands of security personnel.
Whoa, tell me where we gonna run, whoa. After making our motherland a better place to live. Tell me where we gonna run, whoa.
Let's not even think too far away. In 2018, 7 Zongo youth in Manson Kwanta were shot and killed by police who claimed they were armed robbers. In fact, the regional police commander then, DCOP Mensa Duku, addressed a press conference displaying heavy arms which were purported to have been retrieved from the 7.
It was the same group that attacked a commercial sprinter bus and killed the police officer and wounded one other and took away the 2 service rifles, 2 pump action guns, and 1 AK assault rifle with 2 magazines and 2 locally made pistols, 1 unregistered motorbike, and 4 mobile phones have been retained to assist investigation. They are there.
Families of the 7 demanded justice.
The selective administration of justice on Zongo people is getting too far. So they have been part of the MPP security in Ashanti region. They were never armed robbers.
Government set up a 5-member committee led by a justice of the High Court, Justice Obendiewu, to probe the matter after pressure from traditional leaders, family, civil society organizations, and other voices of conscience. Well, the committee found the 7 young men were not robbers as claimed by the police and recommended some action to be taken. Government decided as follows: the 21 police personnel involved in the incident who have been found to be the principal suspects be interdicted by the police administration and be subjected to formal police criminal investigation. Government will provide support for dependents of the deceased persons. Government assured the general public that due process will be followed in the pursuit of justice. Sources say not much has happened to the policemen involved in the matter since then. In fact, the Ashanti Region Commander DCOP Mensa Duku, who held a press conference to describe the 7 deceased as armed robbers, was in July 2019 promoted from Deputy Commissioner of Police to the rank of Commissioner of Police. Now, a by-election at Ayawaso West Wogon turned violent when vigilante groups parading as national security operatives opened fire into a crowd of NDC sympathizers at voting centers there. At least 6 persons were critically injured during the chaos. Some have been maimed for life.
When I know the bullet, damaging, I know. Until I quite say, don't pay me, I know.
Ishawu Yaro is one of them, left unable to walk again.
My wife, Madam Asfa, why are there? And they're easy. And nobody be about me. I'm a saying incidents we are happy. Our bet now with chair. Who fee on yeshu, who yeshu, more fee or show. Untimi yeshu, or no, or peja or your bibia, and easy.
The impact on his family has been telling. Aisha Yaru, his wife, says life has not been the same since.
For say when name nyamia, now so share too. When name the obey so when name nyami, or no boy papa and no boy bonny. It is a bob bonny am my a your dobby keke and or doy. Tin or ma sad the way 2 years. Because me could know a peacemaker. Washing be a boy see, or when your problem, me could know no.
The email short commission of inquiry set up by the presidency to probe the matter recommended, among others, the payment of financial compensation to Ishawu and 4 others injured from gunshots from reckless shooting of a SWAT team during the chaos. The commission made other recommendations. Years on, that has not happened. Ishawu and others continue to suffer.
Since that incident, appear up to now, and yet better, sir. I know a hobby up to now. mintiminda papa semida na mina no etwemi nti up to now the manyame unkura.
Experts say committees and commissions of inquiry recommendations have been thrown to the dustbin. Security analyst and executive director of the Jatike Center for Human Security and Peace Building, Adib Sani, says the newly set up 3-member committee to probe the Ejura disturbances would amount to nothing.
I think that this would amount to nothing. This would just be yet another politically expedient theatrics. The request is simple. The people want justice. Nobody paid any attention to them. It was after the protest started that the police finally took the initiative to arrest 2 persons. And I think that it sends very wrong signals out there. Height of the election, people died. Has any justice been served? Of course not. So we need to stop all of these political games and address the issues as they are.
He says some of these acts of unprofessionalism and indiscretion are rather rewarded.
All of these is what is creating that discord between the security services on one hand and the population on the other hand. I would advise that they conduct an extensive, elaborate, impartial, non-political investigation into this. So even if in the end the investigation comes out and the report is conclusive about the fact that the officers did no wrong, the families will still get closure.
In 10 days, the committee would finish its work and present yet another report, which would most likely recommend compensation to the families. But as to recommendations for prosecutions, I'm afraid the culprits will walk and walk free. In fact, some of them may just even get an elevation. While we empathize with the families of the 3, Kaka Ibrahim Mohammed, the social activist and member of the Economic Fighters League, the 2 others, Muntala Mohammed and Abdul Nasir Yusuf, who were shot and killed by soldiers on rampage in the community during the protests, we can only hope we are proven wrong this time. But from the evidence of what has been, we hesitate to trust for anything more. Komla Adom, TV3 News, Accra.
Tell me where we gonna run to after making our motherland a better place to live. Tell me where we gonna run to when them say we have